Shalom. First, I'd like to give all going on to Yahweh, Shim Shai, Shim Kadash. Double honors to teachers, elders, and the boss of great milestone. Likewise, brothers out there, put out this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep and you brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. Today's lesson is titled Part 2. If they have a need of thee. Agents of brainwashing, culling the ignorant. And who are these agents? These agents are so-called white men. And in particular, you're going to see one in this video that I'm going to show you. Okay, and it's no secret, that this channel, Redacted, that's on YouTube, that is able to speak, the C words and speak, hardly against the rulers of this earth and all these other different things here that we're unable to speak on. We get a strike or we get deleted, okay, is part of this calling process. Okay, they're brainwashing their viewers. Okay, now let's take a look at this video here.
Well, a war is coming to the United States in months, not years. Former 24-year veteran of the Customs and Border Protection, J.J. Carroll, just uncovered the truth of what's happening with Biden's border invasion, and the war will start in black communities. That's where it's going to start first. Listen to JJ in Chicago talking with black citizens who are being crushed right now under the weight of illegal immigrants.
Now, as you saw in that video, okay, like in part 1, when I brought this out, they are letting us know who the target is, okay, for this massacre that Esau has dreamed up, through bringing over what they call aliens, okay, which basically is made up of all these tribes, from the different parts of the earth. And we know amongst those tribes that are coming across the border are the biblical Hebrew Israelites, okay, mainly from the northern kingdom that are coming across. And what they're doing is strategically trying to make it look as if these people, okay, in particular, they like to choose the country Venezuela. Okay, as we all know, Great Babylon America has always had hatred for Venezuela because they didn't go along with a lot of things that America has been trying to make them follow, like how these other little patsy countries like to do. So they're basically trying to call up basically Jake here in Great Babylon America to go against their brother. Let's go into the first book here. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians 5 and start verse 5, and it reads, "Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of the darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober." So we're watching, how Esau makes his move. To most people that are watching this, and if you go to their actual channel, you'll see the comments that people leave, and they have no clue that these people, okay, through their speech and their daily, shows that they put on, is planning, okay, that thought into the heads of Jakes who are connected to Great Babylon America, okay, who are connected to the ways of this place, who are connected to the so-called white man. Let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians 2:11. It reads, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." And we know these devices are a lot of these channels, okay, these platforms, okay, that seem like it's speaking against the wickedness, but in reality, as you can see clearly, and if you watch part 1, you can see where more and more of these agents are guest speakers on this particular channel, and they're talking about the things that they're seeing or what they think is going to happen next. Now we know the elites, they're putting these people out there, okay, to come on shows like this to let everybody in America know what they're going to do next, because remember, they have to always bring it out before they bring it out, okay, meaning what? Execute their devious plans. Okay, let's go into Ecclesiastes 3 and 7 verse 1, and it reads, "To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up. This is a time to kill. And this is exactly what the Lord Yahweh said he would do to 2/3 of our rebellious people. He will put them to death. And he's going to use his left hand side, okay, which is Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, to do this. And Esau, of course, who has a lot of resources, is using, people that he are bringing across the border, including the UN troops, okay. Esau is actually using Jakes here to actually execute these judgments. Okay, it says time to heal, which is that healing is really for the elect. Okay, our mind is healed from the poison that we grew up in here in Great Babylon, America, and various other locations on this earth where the ways of the so-called white man was embedded into that culture. Okay, a time to break down, which this place is being broken down by the Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, and a time to build up. The Lord, as he simultaneously is breaking down Great Babylon, America, is building up the house of David. Okay? Those that sigh and cry, those that desire to be numbered amongst the elect. So we can see here, they made it very clear who the target is for this calamity, this destruction, this tribulation that's going to be coming here to Great Babylon, America, and it's starting, according to them, in Chicago with these Jakes.
Communities, watch.
This is America.
This is America.
There's a problem.
And the people have a problem with Trump. What are you crazy? Biden.
Biden did this. This is not Trump.
Exactly. The Democrat Party in this city hates poor black people. And I'm talking about all of the Democrat Party. The Black Caucus and everybody else. This is a fact. They have starved the people.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because I've been in politics for the last 25 years. Ran for city council twice. They have no intentions for American citizens, especially black America, poor black.
You see here this Jake, being interviewed, okay? Now, these are the type of Jakes that we always talk about. These are the ones that, they're hardcore Babylonians, okay? They're even more hardcore Babylonians than even these Edomites. And so you can hear him talking, he's got a little prep in his voice. He's a little kind of proud of his accomplishments. When the Edomite asks him, how does he know what he's talking about is true? He's saying basically, he was in politics. He even made, mention of the Black Caucus, because why? He's showing his allegiance to Trump. Now we know Trump, his followers tend to be, the neo-Nazis, the pure white Aryan type race people, the people who consider themselves to be the white people of America. Not like these other Edomites who want to integrate. These are the ones that want it back. They want to make America great again. So he's making sure, he is projecting an image of, look guys, I'm with you. Okay? Let's go in the book of Isaiah 33 and let's go into the book of Isaiah 9 and starting with verse 16, it reads, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. This is a leader. Okay, he's a leader. The way he speaks, you can see that he has an anger inside of him. He's speaking on behalf of the so-called blacks out there. This is what we are going to do. This is what I see. The answer is Trump. Okay, we need to side with people like-minded, even though they've been warned by us that these people are not like-minded like you. They are enemies. It says, therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is a hypocrite and evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. Now let's take a look at that word, folly. And it means lack of good sense, foolishness. This man is speaking foolishness. Because if they were paying attention to what the prophets are saying, they'd understand that Esau and Jacob are two unique nations, two unique tribes. Esau currently is in power. Jacob is currently under Esau in captivity. But Jacob is going to go into power under the rulership of Yahweh Shai's son, Yahushua Hamashiach. And Esau will then go into servitude and then be destroyed. Now we understand this when you go to Isaiah 33:22. It reads, "For the Lord Yahweh Shai is our judge. The Lord Yahweh Shai is our lawgiver. The Lord Yahweh Shai is our king. He will save us, not Trump. Not Trump. Okay, Trump is not going to save us. In fact, we brought up many videos where Trump has made it very clear. He's going to get rid of homelessness. And who's mostly homeless? Jakes. So-called Black Americans and Latinos. He's going to get rid of drug dealers. They're not talking about the cartels. They're talking about you doggone so-called Blacks and Americans and Latinos, and particularly so-called Blacks and Latinos selling your little weed on the street. They're calling that drugs. They're going to execute you for that. Oh yeah. Oh, this is where this is going to go. So their eyes are set on us. You're not understanding. The Lord is a judge, the lawgiver, which he gave us a law, and he's the king, and he's also going to save us. If we go to the book of Luke, okay, 6:39 says, and you see how shy it says, and he spake a parable unto them. Can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall in the ditches? This man is blind. Who in their right mind would lead, would have this man as their leader? I mean, what this man is telling you is we need to join hand in hand with our enemy. We need to join hand in hand with a man that y'all were calling the racist president just 4 years ago. And now you're praising him, niggas for Trump. Trump can save us now. So see, our people are foolish. Okay? And this man is really, what he is a catalyst of destruction for the children of Israel. See, Esau knows how to pick them really, really well. Okay? They know. They watch you, and they know.
So the reason why I went to Chicago is I believe it's a ground zero of the invasion. This is the manifestation of treason. It's going to work from the coastlines in through the inner cities of major metropolitan areas. That gentleman that you showed, Mark Clayton, is an activist. Mark Carter, excuse me, is an activist in Chicago. He took me down to the South Side. I had to be escorted down there because of the gang violence and all the issues. But their local government has poured over $3 billion into their community for illegal aliens, not their community, but for illegal aliens. And they are being systematically pushed out of their communities like Inglewood.
When you look into this section, okay, lust, envy, covetousness, this is what Esau is breeding into the minds of Jakes. Because if your mind is here in Great Babylon, America, you're going to have lust. You're going to envy, and you're going to have the covetousness. Okay, we can go into the book of John 8:44, because this is when I was watching this section of the video, I go, wow. You can see where leaders like this guy, okay, he has all of these characteristics, and then those that follow him. And now he has his agent, okay, this agent who's playing with his mind, okay, listening to exactly what it is that he wants. Remember, roughly paraphrasing, says, you know, you don't set your enemies next to you, because why? He's going to get all your secrets out. Esau, they're getting the secrets out of these Jakes, which these Jakes desire what? They do not want to share their area where they're living with the so-called migrants or aliens, which Esau is telling them, notice these Venezuelans or these Latinos. Throughout all of the talk in this podcast, you can hear them talk about the Latinos. They're not directing Jake's attention at the Chinese that are coming across the border, or the Africans that are coming across the border, or the Middle Easterns that are coming across the border, who have been trained. They're directing their attention at the so-called Latinos. Because see, while Jake is busy dealing with the Latinos, you know, these other tribes are going to be busy dealing with Jake. This is John 8:44. It reads, "Ye of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he's a liar and the father of it." So you're buying into what Esau them is saying about this? Despite of what you're seeing, despite what we show you. The majority of our people, 2/3, they rather follow guys like this. Oh, we're getting kicked out and they're being bought in and they're getting free money and we've been here before them, and you know, why can't I have this and that, and they're having it, you know? So of course, lust, envy, covetousness, which is the characteristic of Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, which is the tribe of Edom, okay, the Edomites. This is how they are. This is why they go across this earth and deceive all the nations out of their resources, and then claim what is other tribes' possessions, theirs. And they intend to maintain or sustain their way of life through the sword. And here's Jake's them following what their father does. They're prepared to go and murder their brothers and sisters who came across our border.
Businesses are closed and shuttered. There's no industry. They are bringing illegal aliens, from majority from Venezuela, and they are moving them out of their communities. Let me give you an example. The city of Chicago paid black residents that were living in these dilapidated shacks, if you will, $1,000 to move out. Well, why would the landlords in Chicago want them to move out? $1,000. Because each illegal alien has $9,000 attached to them for rent assistance. $9,000. So they're moving them out and moving them in. Now,
As you can see, going through, you know, a well-planned, thought-out oppressive system needs scapegoats. And who are the scapegoat? Who are the scapegoats? The children of Yasharala, Israel, so-called Black Americans, Latino. Because we've brought it out many times. And I'll bring it up right now. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 12:13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh a wild beast, which we will not. So Jake them are going along with Esau the Edomite, the so-called white man, who's using, you know, a channel like Redacted on YouTube. You know, Clayton and Natalie Morris, they look, I don't know what the hell they are really. Are they Latinos? You know, they got that kind of olive skin color type. Now they got a show that's very popular. They went from under 1 million to like almost 3 million subscribers very quickly. And so they've gained popularity. Obviously they can say things that we cannot say. Obviously they're in on everything. But as you can see here, Esau them did all the work with Jake. They did all of the oppression, murders, you know, have Jake in economic strife, you know, have Jake turn the sword on each other, have Jake in just complete folly here in Great Babylon, America. But rather than taking responsibility for any of their actions, once again, they're looking and they're pointing out to who? The children of Israel, the Northern Kingdom, the so-called Latinos. Okay? That's the problem. This is the book of Amos 1:11 reads, "Thus said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, for 3 transgression of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." Okay? Hangings, lynching, opportunity missed, racism, all of that, making you feel like you beneath them. So you go and you march in the street looking for equal rights, civil rights. Okay, divided the tribes. So the Northern Kingdom tribes saying to disappear to the Southern Kingdom tribes, which is the dark skin, or the biblical Jews, Levi, Benjamin, and Judah. So it's easy. It's already been ingrained into the head of those that the Lord Yahweh has not opened their eyes or their heart to see the truth. So it's not going to be for anything for Jakes then to go against their brothers and sisters who, like them, came from oppression into oppression. You ever heard the saying, you know, jump with the pan into the fire? And that's the case. That's going to be the case for a lot of these Hebrew Israelites that are crossing that border, along with these, you know, other tribes that are over here for a whole different agenda. So again, like I said, with the title of this part too, if they have a need of it, okay, agents of brainwashing, calling the ignorant. So this man he's going around with this Jake, you know, and you know the fake pastor, you know, and act as if we all come together, then maybe we can overcome this great invasion that's going to come from these Venezuelans. But wait a minute, what about the UN troops? What about the rest of these other tribes? And they did go into them, but what they were asking you Jakes to do is to not only stand ground with them and what they call the liberation of the United States, but also to slaughter your own brothers and sisters. And this is how Esau did it. He pursued his brother with the sword, cast off all pity. Esau didn't have to always be the one that's actually unsheathed the sword to kill us or kill us, but Esau was able to brainwash us into slaughtering each other, demonstrating no pity. See this. This man has a perpetual hatred for Yasharala.
Clayton, I talked to mega church black pastors, street pastors, violent gang members that have come out of prison that are trying to reform their community, been in prison for murder for 21 years, another one murder for 26 years, and soup kitchen workers, everyone in between down on the south side of Chicago, black residents, black Americans. And they all say to me, to a man and woman, they say, we're going to war. And it took me back for a second. And I was like, okay, well, let's clarify what war is. And they said, whatever we have to do to maintain and protect our community. And a black pastor, the rooftop pastor, the AK rooftop pastor that Tucker Carlson interviewed for many, many months as he sat on top of a building during the winter months because of the prostitution crime that was across the street from his church, Pastor Brooks told me, we are within one black teenager being raped by these Venezuelan gangs or black Venezuelan gangs killing a black gang member or vice versa, and Chicago is going to explode. Everyone knows it, and isn't it coincidental, which I don't believe in coincidences, last week, DNC comes out and says, well, we're really kind of rethinking the Chicago DNC convention. We might do it remote. They know it as well as I do, that this is a powder keg ready to explode.
You know, this man is saying he wants big white guys and big black guys to stand hand together to go against this invasion. The cops to join hands with Jakes that they put in the prison system. So Jake spent 20 years in the prison system, comes out here, he's supposed to have a life. But what's in the way? Oh, those Venezuelans, those UN troops, those other people out there, they're in the way of that life. So you need to join us to go and fight them so that we can have our way of life. So they're speaking what we always talk about in 2nd Ezra 15, which goes into the fact that they would not regard their princes or kings and their power can stand in their hands, which is what they're going to use the sword. A civil war. But I noticed that Clayton always keep trying to push it and gear it towards where it's going to be only a black thing, where the blacks have to go and fight against all these people. So they're trying to put it in your head as a so-called black man in America. You are greatly threatened, and you must do a preemptive strike on these migrants that are invading your ghetto. Why in the hell would you fight for friggin' doggone garbage and filth and disease and poverty? That makes no sense. Let's go into the book of Proverbs 11, verse 20 reads, "They that are of the fraud heart are an abomination to the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai, but as such are upright in their way are his delight," which is us. Esau is an abomination. The Lord hates him. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Again, the Lord will deliver us, not Esau, not Trump, no matter what the hell they put inside there. Okay? Esau, this judgment that's coming here, this invasion of their lifestyle, you know, them coming out of their comfort zone here in Great Babylon, America, because of gunfires every night, you know, you have sexual assault, all kinds of things are going to be taking place, and we can go very in depth, of course. If I do, you know, the people powers to be, they don't like when we describe it because we're coming out of the scriptures with it. So it's going to play out. It's going to play out. Our job is to simply blow the trumpet. And once we blow the trumpet and make the warning, if you didn't listen, the blood is off our hands. And it's on your head. So we tell you, Jason, why in hell would you? Why would you get together with these people? Look at it. And this has been going on for the last couple of weeks, and I really started to catch wind of these short 20-minute, you know, videos that Redacted is putting out with these people. And I go, what are they trying to do here? They're using these cats to brainwash the masses. Okay, this is Proverbs 1, verse 24. This is a close note here. "Because I have called and you refuse, I stretch out my hand, and no man regarded, but ye have said, I not at my counsel. I would not have my reproof. I also laugh at your calamity." When you guys go there and you join hands with Esau to go fight against the invasion, Esau is going to turn the sword on your ass during that time too. Okay? Oh, you think somehow they're going to split? And it was just laughable at this man. In fact, I'm going to separate this particular part of the video and put it into a 1-minute clip that's going to accompany this upload separately, because it's just really laughable.
This war would unfold. It won't be a civil war. It'll be a repelling of this invasion as a war.
I absolutely believe that, and my mindset is changing as I'm going to these communities, and I'm going to Boston and New York next. But I knew Chicago was the epicenter, and you're right. What scares the power structures more than anything, Clayton, is a big white man standing next to a big black man, both alpha males, one in law enforcement, one in the prison system, and realizing we have enormous amounts in common. We agree on the majority of everything. And the things that we don't agree on, we can civilly talk and come to a good conclusion because we're Americans. But when you take us and we're looking at the same problem and we're saying the source of that problem is the government. The government is destroying you. Why would I not help my brother? I don't care what race he is or what religion. He's my American brother and sister. Why would I not help him? That's going to be the call to America, because as I say in my interviews, if you think it's going to be contained in this bubble in Chicago, you're a fool. It's already spread across America.
Of what's coming out of this man. So suddenly now, these Edomites are fearful, and now they want to join hands, and they want a big gorilla man. And see, I always said that. I've always said that. You know, when time comes, they're going to be looking at your muscle-bound ass, greasy, sweating Jake, you know, who can leap 10 feet in the air, have a lot of energy. They're going to be now suddenly looking at you as, come save us. You know, like how King Kong saved a white bitch in the King Kong movies, like that, you know? And you get little fruitcake fucking faggots like this, white boys, out there hoping that a nigga would not turn on their ass and instead stand beside them to go fight against some really crazy motherfuckers coming across that border. And you stupid ass niggas, starting with that leader that I open up with, you're gonna do it. And this is what we are going to do. The Lord is going to laugh at you through us. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, the destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When the stress and anguish come upon you, Esau is going to betray you. They're going to kill you and slaughter you out there, all of them, including the ones coming across the border. Then shall they cry upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they will not find me. Now you'll be looking for those brothers on the street corners, telling you, don't do it. You'll be looking for these videos. No, ministry closed. Famine of the word. The elect has been sealed. We ain't gonna be out there laboring. Our labor is done. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord Yahweh. What is that fear? The warning. The warning. The Lord is bringing everything that's going to take place in Great Babylon, America. All of the judgment. It's not the white man. The white man is going to execute them. But unless you're on the Lord's hit list, you can see all kinds of drones flying around, all kinds of shit going on. Even when people are living across the street from you. And not a damn thing will happen to you. Not a damn thing will happen. But we get to laugh at you doggone hard-headed niggas out there. Because why? You rather believe the agents of brainwashing who will call you an ignorant nigger ass. You never believe the man of the Lord, Yahweh Shai sent to speak it plain on tables. Lord willing, the elect was edified to us when we give longer in order to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Shai Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to teach yourself and bless our great soul, likewise, brothers of death, about the truth. Faithfully, fearlessly, feeding the sheep, brothers and sisters, Shalom.